Hafiz Nasser Siddiqui Sahib.
Thank you very much, Alam Sahib.
Jazakumullah khair.
Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Our discussion today focuses on Islam's approach to the equality of women and men. But before I move on to the main subject, I want to begin with a reminder of a few facts of the inequality and discrimination women have suffered and continue to suffer here in the United Kingdom. Looking back at history, it was only until the Equal Franchise Act 1928 in which women were allowed to vote and they achieved the same voting rights as men. Before this, only men were allowed to vote in parliamentary elections, and women believed they should have an equal right to vote for many reasons. Just like men, women had to abide by the law. Just like men, women had to pay taxes. So women believed they should have an equal right to influence parliament and government by voting. The fight for women's rights lasted many years. They campaigned peacefully, and finally they achieved their goal in 1928. And a year later, in 1929, the first general election happened where women were able to vote. And at this present time, we only have 22% of our MPs are female. Alhamdulillah, one of them is a Muslim MP, Shapana Mahmood, but 22% is only 4 male MPs and 1 female MP. And of course, I'm not saying it should be 50-50, but it's crystal clear that this is an issue which needs to be addressed. But Alhamdulillah, that was about nearly 100 years ago. But more recently, until the National Minimum Wage Act was introduced in 1999, men and women who were doing the same job, women were getting paid less.
Yes, right.
Although there was an Equal Pay Act in 1968, which meant that women who were doing the same job as men, it was illegal to pay them less, but this wasn't being enforced. So only until 1999, men and women who were doing the same job, they got equal pay. Right. And a report last week by the BBC News reported that women only occupy an average of 31% of most senior positions across 11 key sectors. And of course, we saw just at the beginning of this week, on Monday, when the cabinet got reshuffled, we saw Sayyida Warsi, who was the co-chairman of the Tory party. She got demoted, unfortunately. So women who do get the top jobs, they don't keep them there very long. They take them off. So the whole reason we was for saying all this was to show you that in this modern world of today and in this country of England and the United Kingdom, we are still seeing so much inequality. But let's see, what did our beloved Aka, Hazur Nabi Akram, Noor-e Mujassam, Qasim Jannat o Kausar, Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, teach us about gender equality 1400 years ago. And I want to start off with a beautiful opening ayat of Surah An-Nisa, where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, Ya ayyuhan nasu taqu rabbakum allazi halakakum min nafsin wahida wa halaka minha zawjaha wa bassa minhuma rijalan kasiran wa nisaa. O mankind, fear your Lord, who created you from a single soul, and from it created its spouses, and from both of them spread the multitude of women and men. Dear viewers, this verse explains that a man and a woman was created from a single entity and are therefore basically equal in gender. A woman is not superior to a man, and a man is not superior to a woman. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in Surah Al-Baqarah, وَلَهُنَّ مِثْلُ الَّذِي عَلَيْهِنَّ بِالْمَعْرُوفِ, that according to usage, women too have rights over men, similar to men have rights over women. And this verse indicates that rights enjoyed by the men are the duties of the women, and the duties of the men are the rights of the women. And this implies a similarity between both the genders. There is no right of a man that a woman may be deprived of because she is a woman. However, this verse does continue, وَلِلْرِجَالِ عَلَيْهِنَّ دَرَجَةٌ وَاللَّهُ عَزِيزٌ حَكِيمٌ, that men have superiority over them, and Allah is almighty wise. But here the Quran refers to the superiority of virtue of his responsibility of protection and maintenance of women and fulfillment in their rights. Nature has made him stronger and more responsible and tolerant with reference to day-to-day matters of life. So man is held superior to women in the grade of responsibility. And Alam Sahib, until 1870, until the Married Women's Act was introduced, women who got married, all their inheritance, all their property got transferred to the man.
That's right.
Yeah, and a married woman, whatever she owned, when she got married, and even if though she got divorced, the whole property still
in the UK, this is
in the UK, yeah, still got transferred to the husband. And it was only until 1870 that a married woman was allowed to own her own property, whether she was married, divorced, single or widowed. But 1400 years ago, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said in the Holy Quran, لِلْرِجَالِ نَصِيبٌ مِّمَّا اكْتَسَبُوا وَلِلنِّسَاءِ نَصِيبٌ مِّمَّا اكْتَسَبُوا. That for men is the share for what they earn, and for women is the share for what they earn. Whatever she earns is her personal income, to which a man cannot take any claim legally. Islam grants the Muslim woman rights to grant gifts and contract a will. And the Holy Quran has made it crystal clear that in a number of verses, that reward in the life after death and closeness to God is not dependent upon gender. Is dependent upon faith and deeds, whether it can be a man or a woman. Alam Sahib, the wives of Hazrat Adam alayhi salam, Hazrat Ibrahim alayhi salam, and the mother of Hazrat Musa alayhi salam, Hazrat Isa alayhi salam, they've been mentioned with great esteem in the Holy Quran. And this status has not been attained by any other religion or in the modern world of today. And finally, I would like to say that our Murshid Kareem, Hazur Sheikhul Alam, Hazur Qibla Alam, and as I like to say, the heartbeat of millions of hearts, Hazur Qibla Pir Alauddin Siddiqui Sahib, has always flown the flag of Islam and has always promoted gender equality by allowing women many opportunities, allowing women to participate in Islam's activities, such as our famous Milad Julus, to celebrate our beloved Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam's birthday. And Hazrat Sahib giving women Noor TV as a platform to share teachings of Islam, which is viewed by people all over the world, empowering other women with knowledge of our true faith. And of course then opening of Mohyeddin International Girls College in Burnley, giving young Muslim girls the opportunity to learn about Islam in a safe environment, so they become powerful, educated leaders who will be able to stand their ground with regards to Islam, be equality or other issues that may come to attack from our critics. And then of course after the success of Mohyeddin International Girls College Burnley, just on Thursday we saw the opening of Mohyeddin Girls School and College here in Birmingham, which alhamdulillah has opened and is going to teach the young girls Islam and make them stand on their feet and teach the whole world about gender equality and other issues. And finally, I'd like to say, dear viewers, please remember that it's the lack of education which leads to inequality. Due to the lack of education, especially in rural areas of Pakistan, in villages, men impose their power on women, but it should be remembered that this is culture and tradition and not Islam.
Not Islam. Thank you for those beautiful words. MashaAllah, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reward you.